So in this video, I just want to walk you through how you can enter fractions for this activity, because you're going to need to show your work for your string of factors on how you get from one unit to another unit. So the example I'm going to use to show you this is the one that's in the instructions, where I show you what I expect for your work, where we go from 3,000 inches and change it into miles. So what you're going to do to show your work is you're going to click add work here. Now for this problem you wouldn't need to add work because this is multiple choice, so I'm just using this as an example. But when you do get to a problem that you need to show work, you're going to click on this box that says add work, and then your text box opens, and it's like a little basic Word document where it just has the basics in here, or a Google Doc, and you can type explanations in there, sentences and stuff like that. You can leave yourself notes. But when you're trying to put in math symbols or math expressions, you're going to want to use the math editor, which is, there's two of them right here back to back. I would suggest using this one that doesn't have the little plus symbol in it. It's a little bit easier to use if you haven't used something like this before. So we want to change, I'll just type in here, 3,000 inches to miles. This is our example. Now we would open up the math symbols, and in here you have a whole palette of different options. For you guys in this class, you're going to probably just use the ones that are up here in this corner. For entering a fraction, you want to choose this one here, click, and then it brings it down here into the text box. Then whatever is in the parentheses here would be what's in your numerator, and whatever in your parentheses here will be what's in your denominator. So I'm going to erase x plus 1 because that's just an example. And I'm going to put in 3,000 and then over 1 because that's how we're going to start. And then when I click out of it, it will show me my fraction. What's still missing here that I'm going to show you how to enter in is your units. I don't know if that's 3,000 feet or what, so you want to make sure you put your units in. So you just click on it again and the box will open. So in the numerator, you want to enter in inches. Now I'm purposely going to make a mistake here so you can see. If you just put IN, it's going to give you a different math symbol. It's going to give you this, a member of a set symbol. Because within the math editor, we have different abbreviations for different symbols. So if you just put IN or something else in there, it might pop up as a different symbol. So what you want to do to make sure that the text editor knows that this is a word that you want to leave exactly the way it is, if you click on the math symbols again, you can click text. And then it will come up in quotations. So whatever is in these quotations will show up exactly as it is. So I'm going to put inches here. Now when I click out of it, it shows 3,000 inches over 1. Okay, now when I go in to put my next fraction, I can use this as my multiplication, or I can use this as my multiplication. Oops, I got two of them. All right, then I want to add my next fraction. So I'm going to click on the fraction button again, and then I'm going to put in here what I want for my fractions. Now I want to change inches into feet. So I want feet to be on the top and inches on the bottom, so it cancels with the inches on the top of the first fraction. So I'm going to put 1 foot is over 12 inches. Now, if you don't want to have to worry about clicking on that and doing the text, you can put in the quotations yourself. Just be careful and make sure you pay attention to where you're putting it. So I'm going to put in quotations around feet, And I make sure that feet is within the parentheses for the numerator. And I'm going to put quotations around inches. So now I have 3,000 inches over 1 times 1 foot over 12 inches. Now I got one more fraction to make to go from feet to miles. We used this X for multiplication before, but if you want to try this one, this will make like a little star to show multiplication. And then I want to put in my next fraction and my last fraction. So in here, I want to put 1 mile over 5280 feet. And remember, I want to put these in quotations. So you could either use that text option or you can put the quotations in yourself. So now it shows all of your fractions. You can see the difference between the X for the multiplication and the dot. So you can kind of choose which one you like, but that's how you want to enter in your fractions to show your work.